Hey everyone, it's Jessie checking in from Val d'Isère. Good morning and happy Thursday. The 4th of December already, which feels slightly ridiculous. I hope you're all warm and caffeinated because we've got another busy day ahead in resort. So yesterday was exactly what the forecast promised. A pretty overcast grey day from start to finish. No comparison at all to the run of bluebird days we were spoiled with last week. It wasn't unpleasant, just one of those classic December days where the cloud sits stubbornly in the valley and refuses to move. Let's see what today has in store. Last night was completely dry in town, and temperatures hovered just below freezing for most of the night. We started the evening around -1 degree, and by the early morning it dipped to about -2.5. Winds stayed light overall, just the occasional gust here and there, nothing dramatic. Visibility stayed clear, humidity was fairly high, and the snowpack in the village hasn't really changed, still sitting at around 50 centimetres. All in all, a calm, quiet December night. Down in the village today, it's mostly cloudy from morning through evening, and the sun will just peek through the clouds every now and then. There's only a small chance of any precipitation, around 30%, so it should stay fairly dry. Temperatures reach about -1 degree, so it's a touch colder, but still pretty mild for early December. Up on Bellewaerde, it stays cloudy through the morning, and in the afternoon, there might be a bit of light snowfall mixing in. Nothing major, just enough to dust things over. Again, no sunshine expected. Temperatures top out around -5 degrees, so chilly but nothing extreme. Overnight and through the morning, we've got a light breeze, and that drops to very light winds later on. Wind direction shifts from south overnight to southwest mid-morning, and then from the south in the afternoon. The official avalanche bulletin for today comes from Météo France, and the full BERA is linked in the description. This is a translated summary, so please always check the official report yourself before heading off-piste. For Thursday, the risk level is generally limited, especially above 1,600 metres. There are still a few wind-slab pockets out there, mainly in the colder shaded aspects from east through north and round towards west. These slabs aren't thick, but they can still be reactive in steep terrain, especially where the light southerly winds have continued to load certain slopes. Most of these would be small, size 1 avalanches, but still enough to knock a skier off their feet. There also remains a very low probability but high consequence scenario involving deeper persistent weak layers. These are rare, but if one does go, it can produce a size 3 slide. Any cracking under your skis or a clear whoomph is a big red flag. Below 1,600 metres, the snowpack is mostly crusted and stable, so the risk is low. A few glide cracks could still release on sunny, steep terrain at lower and mid elevations. Snow quality overall is holding up nicely in shaded sectors above 1,600 metres with wind-affected snow closer to ridgelines. Lower down, it's crusty first thing and only softens a little during the day. If you're planning to explore the mountains this season, remember, off-piste skiing is dangerous. Always take a qualified guide and never go off-piste without a transceiver, shovel and probe. And most importantly, know how to use them and practice regularly. If you're keen to improve your avalanche awareness this winter, it's a great day to dive into Henry's avalanche talk, known as HAT. Henry Schneewind is one of the most respected avalanche educators in the world. He studied avalanche forecasting in the US before moving to the Alps, and he's now been guiding off-piste in Val d'Isère for more than 30 seasons. He's a fully certified French ski instructor, the first American ever to qualify through ENSA, and his prevention work is credited with saving well over 100 lives. On the HAT website, you'll find workshops, training courses, weekly snow reports, and loads of free advice. If you've got a rest day or a whiteout day, spend half an hour on the HAT YouTube channel. It's honestly priceless and possibly life-saving information for anyone heading off-piste. Tonight at Le Hibou, it's Garyoke. Yes, Gary himself is back from 10 o'clock with his legendary mix of high notes, low notes, and questionable power ballads. Whether you can sing or absolutely cannot, you'll fit right in. That's all from me for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning with your latest weather and snow updates, plus more news from around the village. If you've got events, openings, or anything happening that deserves a mention, drop it in the comments. We'll make sure it gets included. Have a brilliant day and enjoy life in the Alps.
Forecast information comes from meteoblue.com, infoclimat.fr and Météo France. Mountain conditions can change quickly, so always check the latest updates before heading out. Webcam images are courtesy of the official Val d'Isère website.